Well, we've begun a new topic for exploration, the Brahma-viharas, the heavenly abodes. These four heart qualities, loving kindness, compassion, joy, and equanimity, are what we're going to be cultivating over the next several months. And it's a good time to be exploring these heart qualities given the state of the world. Given how easy it is to catch the draft of this climate of lying, mistrust, harshness, anger, fear, and negativity. We need only read the news or see the images on social media to confirm that the baser instincts of humanity are coming through. More animal than human. Less regard for our human beingness. It's sad. It's like a virus that lay dormant for a long time has now broken free and taken hold of us. These are not the qualities we want to cultivate, yet swimming in them every day makes it easy for us to start operating out of them too. So let's be careful, please. Let's keep training our hearts and growing them in the direction of kindness and care and skillfulness. We don't like it when people speak harshly to us, so let's aim to not speak harshly to other people. We don't like it when people lie or cheat or steal or hurt us, so let's aim to not do these in return, even though this climate makes it easy, even acceptable to do so. While some in the world lose their moral rudder, let's not lose ours. This month, we're looking more deeply at the quality of metta, loving kindness or friendliness. Metta is the ground out of which the other heart qualities grow. When friendliness is present, we naturally wish for our friend to feel safe and happy and healthy. We naturally care for them when they're hurting and are happy when good news comes their way. And we wish to resolve conflict and offer balanced counsel to them. But it all starts with metta. Last month, Jay spoke about the 5 precepts in relation to the holding environment as part of the holding environment. Well, these 5 precepts are also grounded in metta. They are built on the same principles of non-harm and goodwill. We don't want to cause our friends harm. Of course not. And of course, we wish to offer goodwill to our dear friends. That's logical. So here we begin to see how these seemingly separate lists and separate qualities actually fold back in on one another. Metta is also the foundation for sila, for ethical conduct. So let's review the 5 precepts in light of metta, or friendliness. The Buddha described them not as commandments or shoulds, but as guidelines for living well, for living harmoniously in community. And we humans are living in a very large community on planet Earth. Every time we go on retreat, we recite the precepts at least once a week. But monastics recite them daily. Why? Because they're too important to forget. Because it's so easy to forget in the speed and rush of the day, even for monastics. The Buddha understood this. He understood how easy it is to be greedy when we really like or want something. He understood how easy it is to spew hate when we're mad, or speak harshly to someone when we don't get our way. He understood how easy it is to focus on ourselves, to be self-centered and getting our needs met first. No, the precepts are not commandments, but they are trainings. And we're training our hearts to be kinder, to be more caring, more thoughtful. The precepts are a practice. The more we practice them, the more they take root. The more we speak them, the more we remember them. So I'm going to recite them. I'm going to recite them in two ways. From the perspective of letting go of very human habits and impulses, and from the perspective of cultivation, of nurturing a wise and kind heart that will bring about peace of mind. So listen to the two aspects. Sometimes we need to restrain ourselves. We need to bite our tongue. And sometimes we need to be open and to be the bigger person. Okay. I undertake the training. I love that phrase. I undertake the training to refrain from killing living beings. I undertake the training to refrain from stealing, from taking that which is not given or offered. I undertake the training to refrain from sexual or bodily misconduct. I undertake the training to refrain from harsh speech, from lying, gossiping, from divisive speech, and from useless or frivolous speech. That's a big one, all of that. I undertake the training to refrain from using intoxicants that cloud the mind and lead to heedlessness or carelessness. All right. Spoken this way, in these terms, it can feel a little heavy-handed. But think about it. When we don't kill or harm other living beings, we're cultivating safety and compassion. We're offering safety and compassion. When we don't take what isn't given, we cultivate trust. When we don't misuse our bodies or other people's bodies, we cultivate integrity. When we don't speak harshly, lie, or gossip, we cultivate truthfulness. And when we don't ingest intoxicants, we cultivate clarity of mind. Do you see how these are helpful to all of us? These qualities? The Buddha called these precepts a protective practice. They're guarding our hearts from the abrasiveness of the world. He also said they're gifts that we offer to ourselves and to others. So this month, I'd like to encourage us to once again raise our awareness to the very qualities out of which metta grows: non-harm and goodwill, and offer these precious gifts to ourselves and each other. And today in particular, I'd like to give special attention to how we speak to ourselves in the privacy of our minds. Let's see if we can catch ourselves with our negative chatter, the negative self-talk, and interrupt it lovingly, wisely, interrupt it. It's not going anywhere useful. It's just a bad habit that needs to be curtailed. It doesn't serve us. Would we speak that way to a friend? Probably not. Heck, we might even try to rephrase it and say it in a friendly way. Say it to ourselves as if a dear friend would say it to us. This is the kind of practice that entrains non-harm and goodwill. This is what entrains metta. And since negative self-talk generally runs rampant for most of us, we have plenty of opportunity to practice. We can do this. It's for our welfare and for the welfare of all that we encounter. All right? Thank you for your kind attention. All right. Now, with loving eyes, turn your attention to the body and let's open the body up. Let's make some breathing room. Let go of the stale air. Let go of the tension. As I mentioned yesterday, when we're cultivating the Brahma Viharas, it's important that we help the body to be as comfortable as it can be. One less thing the mind has to get upset about. So feel into a comfortable, stable posture, sitting, standing, lying down. Gently close the eyes, let go of the outside world if that feels helpful. And turn your attention squarely to the interior. And let's take a few deeper inhalations and deeper exhalations right now and open up the breathing space. The breath body. And then let's pass the attention gently through the different places of the body, the face, and the neck and shoulders. Gently pass attention through the hands and the belly. Let's soften and relax whatever we can. And imagine that you just sat down with a dear friend and you want to check in and see how they are, and they want to see how you are. So, with that attitude of friendliness, let's gaze upon our experience and see during the course of this meditation, see if we can catch the mind in the act of going negative on us, talking unkindly to ourselves. And when you catch that, good job. Now take a breath. Come on back. Come on back into the body and let that rattle go. You're sitting in good company. Notice when the mind starts to go negative, and then very gently, lovingly, wisely interrupt it. Come on back inside the body and just let that rattle out of you. And for the last 5 minutes, on the next exhalation, settle on back and feel into the field of all of us sitting here with you and you sitting here with us. And whatever's stirring inside that feels unsettled, let it be held by all of us sitting here with you. What a blessing it is to sit in a field of goodwill. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for your practice. Let me stop.